Hey everyone, I'm back. Welcome back to my channel. I'm happy to be with you guys. Today I'll be sitting down, having conversation with you guys. And I'll be talking about positivity, more specifically toxic positivity. So before I begin, I also want to tell people not also want to tell people, I want to tell people that being positive, having having a positive outlook, mindset is something that is good, right? Because it can help you um, in whatever situation you are in. But there comes a point where positivity can be toxic positivity. And before I get on with that, I'm going to read you definitions of toxic positivity. This is what I'll be talking about, toxic positivity. So there's two definitions. There's one I prefer more than the other. I'll tell you which one I prefer, right? So the first definition is it's the toxic positivity definition. It's the belief that no matter how dire or difficult a situation is, people should maintain a positive mindset. The second definition, which is my favorite definition, I prefer that definition because it comes in twofold, so just going to read it to you. So the overgeneralization of a happy, optimistic state that results in the denial, minimalization, and invalidation of the authentic human emotional experience. I really enjoy that definition. I believe that toxic positivity can be harmful to people, especially people who are going through depression, people who may, and this is a word it could be a trigger for people, so I'm going to be trigger warning, people who may have suicidal thought. And it could be harmful, it could be dangerous for people like that. Because the thing with toxic positivity, always being positive no matter the situation, is that it invalidates, just like it said, it invalidates, minimalized, and there's like a denial of what you are going through. What you're going through, basically. There is a denial, right? And sometimes what we want to hear is somebody to acknowledge that what we are feeling is legitimate, right? When I was younger and I was kind of depressed, I was faced with people who had, those toxic sentences. There was like one that I would always, it always like rubbed me the wrong way, and it was when people would say everything happens for a reason. When people would say like everything happens for a reason, for some reason it didn't. I didn't, I felt like it did not help me at all. I was like, okay, so I shouldn't feel this way if everything happens for a reason. Since everything happens for a reason, I should just get over it. That was how I would hear the sentence, right? Or when people would say, just stop being negative, stay positive. It really brought some shame to what I felt like I'm always being negative. It created the shame. And then I was always trying to have a positive outlook, even though what I was feeling was extremely painful. It was harmful for me. It was very difficult. Yeah, so I'm going to give you a few examples of toxic positivity that I found, and that I took them because it did happen to me, and I was like, oh, stop saying that to me, right? So the first one is, you'll get over it. You'll get over it. I was like, and some people were just like, oh, you'll get over it, and I was just like, maybe I will get over it. maybe I won't get over it. You know, be careful what you say to people. That's what I'm saying. You know, when somebody's going through a difficult time and all you have to say is get over it, it's not helpful. You know, sometimes. Oh, there's another example. I'm going to just read a few things. Just be positive. Stop being negative. It could be worse. Always look on the bright side. If I can make it, you can make it. Oh my God, that is that's another one I didn't like hearing, right? I remember I was having difficult times with a few things that were in my life, and I couldn't, I was scared to do something, and then the person said, if I can make it, you can make it. What it does do is that it invalidates what I'm feeling. It invalidates that what I'm going through is difficult. And sometimes it is okay if you cannot achieve a certain task. It is okay. Like, honestly, it is okay. As long as you tried and it didn't work out, it is okay to, not it is okay if you didn't achieve a certain goal. What is good is that you reorient yourself to find something that you could be good at, right? So just by saying if I can make it, you can make it, what does it bring shame? It brings shame to that person, and it tells that person that if you're not capable of doing that simple task, then you may not be that clever or intelligent. I think sometimes we say things, and again, sometimes people say this, I think are not necessarily mean. I mean, I did say those kind of sentences to people, and I didn't see it as toxic, but you say sometimes things without realizing how it could land on the other person, right? Because those kind of things, again, invalidate and minimize the situation. If somebody is going through a difficult time, and all you have to say is always look on the bright side, you're not helping. What needs to, in my mind, what would be more helpful is that you actually tell the person that what he or she is feeling is difficult, is legitimate. Let's see how we can turn the situation around. I'm here to listen. That is, for me, is a good response, because what it does say to that person is that, okay, so what I'm feeling is difficult. I'm not crazy to feel this way. I'm not crazy because I'm sad about that situation. Someone is willing to listen to me and giving me advice. You validate what they're feeling just by saying it is difficult. I totally understand. Just by saying that, you're validating that person, because that person telling you this is difficult, or I am sad, I'm going through a hard time, and you're saying, you're validating them. You're not minimizing the situation. You are saying that what they are feeling is legitimate, and let's work things out to turn the situation around. That is what you're doing, right? And that is, for me, the perfect response to a person that may be going through a hard time, right? Because, again, you don't want to bring shame to that person. You don't want them to suppress their emotions, because what it does do, like, I remember when I was young and I would get this kind of response, I felt a sudden shame, and then I felt like I couldn't speak about what I was going through. So I kind of isolated myself. There was no solution to how I was feeling, because the message I would hear is, you shouldn't feel this way. Stop feeling this way. Why are you sad? Life is beautiful. You're complaining. You're just complaining. And I would feel shame for being sad. I'd feel shame for crying. I felt shame for, you know, all those things. So what I would do is that I wouldn't talk about my feelings. I wouldn't talk about it. So they were never resolved, basically, never resolved. And that is something that we don't want a person to, you don't want that person to feel that way, right? You want to help that person. So, you know, so you have to validate what they're feeling. It's legitimate. It's really legitimate. Yeah, I think this is the end of my vlog. In other words, don't do toxic positivity. Always validate what the person is feeling. Yeah, so this is it. I think I'm rambling a little bit. So this is the end of my vlog. Thank you for listening. If you got till the end of my vlog, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, then, you know, comment, like, and subscribe, and share if you want. You can also share. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, evening, morning, wherever you are, and bye, guys.